outdoors again, and it's a very nice day today, and we're going to be doing another outdoor model review. Today we're back with something really cool here. It's World War II base, and it's a warship, and it's from Forces of Valor. Now I got this off a flea market deal. This is a really cheap and good bargain, and this is the Japanese Yamato from Operation Kikusui Ichigo 1945 color scheme. And this is the 1 in 700 scale ship model, Enthusiast Edition. Now if you've seen my Battleship Arizona video from last time, you can kindly check that video out. I'll leave a link down in the description below. So, without further ado guys, let's just check out the box. Now this model actually came out a few years ago. They don't make this kind of box anymore now with the window packaging at the front. It's more of a closed up packaging, and I believe it's under Walterson's now. But this one is under Unimax, and it was a different supplier, a different manufacturer in those days, but they still use the same model, the same tooling, even the paint, the brand and all of that, but it's just a different manufacturer now producing these models. So that's what the model will look like right there. Okay, so we got like a bunch of pictures right here of the completed model here. And this is under Enthusiast Edition, and this is for ages 14 and up. So without further ado, let's dive right in.
Pasty.
Okay. Oh, it's a little tight. There we go. Okay, we got the ship out of the box. So now let's just put this. It's got cardboard in the back. Let's just take this. It's gone a little yellow due to age. Okay. Got the stand. There's our stand. Alright. Let's just grab the ship out. This is a really heavy model. It's all die cast. Wow. Huge. Really windy. It's a little windy. Okay. There we go. There's the model of the Yamato. Really huge ship. 1 in 700 scale. There we go. Okay. There we go. We got the camera to focus. It's a really nice model, guys. This is an absolute beast of a ship. Finally got it on the stand, which is really cool. Really like the stand on this one. This is all plastic stand, and we got a very simple Yamato with the Japanese name, the symbol for Yamato, Japanese battleship. That is all painted white, by the way. That is non-sticker. That is all painted detail. And then as we look to the rest of the ship itself, I love the tooling, love the way that Forces of Valor painted this model. They made the ship as accurate as possible from the way the ship was depicted during Operation Kikusui Ichigo in 1945. Not sure whether if that was the year. I'm not sure whether that was the final operation for Yamato before she was sunk. You know, that infamous final suicide mission that she had to undergo to retake the islands of Iwo Jima. So let's just take a look at the bow. Now there's not much paint job in the bow. I really wish that Forces of Valor painted the gold chrysanthemum on the bow. That is something that we all can do ourselves. As modelers, we can always use a little gold paint, and we can just add a little gold paint right at the front there. And then we got our flagstaff as well. And then looking up on the main deck, looks like we've got our Battleship Gray deck, and then and the anchor chains are painted in silver. Looks like, yeah, there's a hint of silver paint on the anchor chains. Now, as you can see that, guys, you can clearly see some silver paint right there. Got some pretty good details. Like all the lines here, it's just like you get on the Fujimi model. And then we got our main deck, the armored deck, which is on Yamato. You know, on this version, the main deck is actually painted in a dark gray rather than teak, or a deck color, you know, a usual deck color, which mostly battleships carry. We've got our 18-inch gun turrets, and the blast backs are painted in this sort of an orangey brown color. And the turrets are rotatable in this scale, in 700 scale. These guns can able to rotate. The guns are elevated. There we go. Now we finally got the camera to focus. As you can see here, all the guns are rotatable and the guns are elevated. It doesn't go all the way to the top, but this is as much as it can go. And then we got our secondary guns here, which is a cruiser size secondary gun, a heavy cruiser gun. The guns do rotate, they do elevate all the way up to the top. They're a little tight, which is good, you know, so they're not too loose. And of course we have our Admiral's Bridge, and we've got our lookout platform at the top, that big giant range finding apparatus right at the top there. Now the entire superstructure on this model is made out of plastic. Now unlike Motormax, which you have mostly die-cast metal hull and deck, on this one, on Forces of Valor, only the hull is die-cast, whereas the main deck itself is actually a plastic, and then the superstructure itself is also plastic. Loads of tiny little anti-aircraft guns on this model, which is nicely done, nicely detailed. Got our funnels as well. Got our main mast at the back, which is painted in black. Okay, now shifting to the rear part of the superstructure, we got our secondary range finding apparatus. We got our secondary turret here as well. Now these are a little tight though. Guns do go up and down. And of course we have our main guns. These are a little tight. Now I have one hand on the camera here, so I'm going to use one of my hands here to do the rotating. Okay, so these go up and down. They're not as tight as I thought they would be, but these are a little loose, but that's okay. At least it's able to stay up if we don't shift them. And then to the rear of the ship, we've got our spotter plane, scout aircraft, seaplane. That's just a simple plain olive green, and then a silver for the canopy, no propeller details, which is a little plain. I really wish that they made this a little more detailed, or put some Japanese Air Force roundels on it. And then looking towards the rear to the platform where the catapult deck is, we've got our crane, 2 catapults, and of course a couple of and then we've got like 4 anti-aircraft guns on either side. And of course we've got the rear of the stern of the ship. We've got our couple of anti-aircraft guns there, and of course we've got this Japanese Navy flag, which is made out of paper. Now on mine there's a little boo-boo right there. It's not really great, but that's okay. These small things can be fixed anyway. And of course, now let's shift to the bottom of the ship. We can now see our propellers. Okay, there is the propellers, nicely painted gold. We've got our silver for the shafts. There's our rudder as well. Now this is something I want to do, guys. I just want to see what the ship really looks like. I want to have to, because it's creating some sort of a shade here, so I have to stand somewhere where the light isn't touching the ship. Just imagine. If this ship were around today, if it was still around today, like World War II times, just imagine that's the silhouette of the distance right out there in the ocean, and that's the ship. Just imagine if the ship is right out there. Let me try and clear this up. Just imagine the ship right out there in the distance. You know, if this was the scale, it would be sitting out there in the ocean right now, about there. And it's a one hell of a ship. It's a huge ship. It's giant. I mean, this thing is more than 800 feet long. I mean, 70 over 1,000 tons. 18-inch guns. This thing is absolutely massive. Even the model is really weighty on my hands here. This is a really heavy model. Awesome stuff. So there you go, guys. Hope you liked today's video of the Battleship Yamato. Japanese Battleship Yamato from Unimax, Forces of Valor. Now if you like today's video guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. So see you out there guys, and have a great day.